Hi all, this is Ashlyn from Sympathetic Soap. Yesterday I received my order from Brambleberry and got a bunch of great scents. So I did a whole bunch of soaping yesterday. I made 5 different batches. I'll actually show this to you real quick before we get to cutting them. So this one in the back was done with Sweet Meyer Lemon. That's Blueberry Delight, Woodland Elves, Sage and Lemongrass, and this beauty up here is the Blackberry Sage. So we're going to be cutting a few of these today. Hopefully all of them. We'll have to see how the insides are. But we're going to be starting out with the Blackberry Sage. And this is my new soap cutter. Yes, that's right. I will now have perfectly cut bars of soap. I'm really excited about this. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this all situated, and then we'll cut some soap. Okay. So again, this is the first time cutting. Never cut before. Don't really know how this works. But I'm going to assume that these line up. Yep. Oh, you know what? Since the top is kind of... This apparently is a trick of the trade, doing it sideways when the top has a little bit of decoration or color on it. Okay, perfect. Let's see what we get. So again, this one is the Blackberry Sage. It was a blend of blackberries tempered with sage. And what I used was a coconut oil, palm oil, shea butter, and olive oil. Alright. Seems to be going fairly well. I'm not sure if I should have tightened the tines ahead of time or not, but they seem to be doing okay. Alright, so let's take a look at the first one. Oops, there we go. So this one, as you can see, it's pretty thin. This is just going to be like a sample bar. But otherwise, I think it looks pretty nice. I'm still getting the hang of this. Sorry, guys. So these are some pretty good looking bars. I really like the way I have these swirled. If I remember correctly, this was a spoon swirl, or a Celine swirl, as some people call them, from the Soaper Star. She's also a really great soaper that's here on YouTube. There we go. Getting the hang of this. So I probably could have waited maybe another couple hours before I did this. On the one hand, it seemed pretty hard to cut, so they seem pretty solid, but that could be due to the sodium lactate that I added to the bars to make them a harder bar, or also maybe it could have been maybe they weren't ready to be cut. But I think all in all, these soap bars look great. I'm going to have to smooth the sides down a little bit, but that should be done basically on all bars. And all of the palm oil that we use is from sustainably harvested sources. I know that's a really big deal for a lot of people who buy handmade soaps, to make sure that the palm oil, if it's used, is being harvested sustainably, so we can rest easy. These are turning out great, and they smell amazing. They're super fruity, but there's just that little hint of sage to give it kind of an earthiness. It's great. And here's the last bar of the bunch. And that's what the backs look like. Well, for the ends. Alright guys, well, we'll be back shortly cutting another soap. And until then, thanks for watching and happy soaping.